Welcome to this week's edition of New York Now. I'm Dan Clark. Governor Kathy Hochul is officially her party's designated nominee for governor. Democrats met in New York City this week to vote on the nomination. And while it was an easy win for Hochul, she's still got a long road ahead. First, she'll have to win a primary in June if any of her challengers can get on the ballot. And then she'll move on to the general, which Republicans think they have a chance at winning for the first time in 2 decades. But Hochul told Democrats at the convention this week that she's not worried about the competition.
I've done this a few times, my friends. Here's my playbook. You run with confidence, but with the tenacity of an underdog. You take nothing for granted, and you fight until the very last second.
And we have asked Hochul's campaign to have her on the show, but so far she has not agreed to an interview. Well, let's get a closer look at the convention from this week now with Daryl Camp, who was there in Manhattan.
Yes, so while Hochul is now the party's designated nominee, her 2 main primary challengers are not going anywhere. Congressman Tom Suozzi chose former New York City Council member Diana Reyna as his running mate just before the convention started. He'll now need 15,000 petition signatures to appear on the ballot for the June primary after he withdrew his name from Thursday's nomination vote. Suozzi says former U.S. Senator and First Lady Hillary Clinton called him and tried to talk him out of running for governor. However, he does intend to stay in the race and said giving New Yorkers more options is what democracy is all about.
Democracy doesn't work unless there's competition. You have to be debating. I've got a better idea than you do. I can do it better than you can do it. I can do it cheaper. I can do it faster. I can help more people. The more competition there is, the more the politicians are forced to listen to the people. When there's no competition, for example, when all the seats are gerrymandered and everybody's in a safe seat and everybody gets reelected no matter what, then there's no competition and there's no good ideas that come from it.
New York City Public Advocate Jumaane Williams is also preparing to petition after receiving a little over 12% of the vote. Williams said in his past campaigns, petition time has been a time when the campaign starts to turn a corner.
We are at the same time beginning to get momentum in our campaign. Our infrastructure is coming together. We're getting a lot of endorsements at the right time. We have more support in parts of upstate New York than we did at the end of 2018 when we got 47% of the vote. So we're really excited at this moment in time.
While the primary race for governor will continue among Democrats, there were also some messages calling for unity among members of the party. One of those messages came from downstate Congressman Hakeem Jeffries, who some say is in line to be the next Speaker of the House. He said fighting against the Republican agenda should be the party's top priority.
We fight for the people, they fight for the privileged few. We believe in the public interest, they're all about the special interest. We fight for the least, the lost, and the left behind. They fight for the wealthy, the well-off, and the well-connected. We believe in Social Security and Medicare. They want to take that away. We believe that health care is a right. They believe that it's a privilege.
There was also a sense that the party is trying to move on from former Governor Andrew Cuomo. Attorney General Letitia James, who also had a short-lived run for governor back in the fall, received unanimous support for re-election to her current office at the convention. And her message seemed to indicate that New York is trying to move forward from the decade-plus Cuomo era. James directly addressed the sexual misconduct allegations against the former governor, saying that accountability should be the new normal.
And to achieve that, he is now claiming the mantle of victim and disgracefully attacking anyone in his path, pushing others down in order to prop himself up. But I will not bow. I will not break.
But the most high-profile appearance at Thursday's convention was from the aforementioned Hillary Clinton, who gave the keynote. While she's been a divisive figure herself in the party, she echoed the call from Congressman Jeffries that Democrats should work to unite ahead of this year's elections.
That's why New York must be not just the home of the Statue of Liberty, we must be the defenders of liberty. Not just a laboratory of democracy, but a protector of democracy. And we must reject the big lie about the 2020 election and the cover-up of the insurrection of last January 6th.
So no major surprises from the Democratic convention, but in about 2 weeks, The Republicans will have their turn when the GOP convention takes place in Nassau County.
And we will be there to see it all happen down in Nassau. Thank you, Daryl.